Well, I was born in Chicago, and moved. My parents moved to Los Angeles when I was 10 years old. My mother became very ill at the age of 37 and was bedridden for 7 years before she passed away. So we always felt a responsibility to try to bring some money in, and so I went to work at the age of 12. And then when my mother passed, we were kind of, I was kind of on my own. I went to work in the mountains at a camp as a pot washer and a dishwasher. And I remember, and I was 15 years old at the time, and I remember looking out the windows and seeing all the kids having such a great time. And I said, you know, someday I'm going to direct this camp. I went to junior college, LA City College. I played baseball there. Then I went to Cal State LA. I played baseball there. So I ended up with a 5-year varsity letters in baseball, and decided that I was never going to be good enough to be a major league ball player. Even though I was offered some contracts as a minor league player, I decided that I would give that up and go into coaching. While I was coaching and teaching, at the same time, I went into a partnership with 2 other coaches, and we opened up Riverway Ranch Camp, which is a children's summer resident camp. We leased land in 3 Rivers. Bought Wonder Valley in 1973. My partners did not want any part of it. They didn't want to take the risk. So I had to resign my teaching, gave up my coaching, took all my retirement money and spent it in 1 month. This is not a job to a lot of people. This is a lifestyle. And we have been very fortunate to have a nucleus of some great people that have been very loyal to the company. All 3 of my children started as dishwashers. They worked in maintenance. They worked as housekeepers and maids. They started to get into activities. They were all waterfront director staff, all ski instructors. They learned every activity, including the ropes course and talents. And so they knew every aspect of the business. Most of our clientele are successful business people, professional people, doctors, lawyers, movie stars. And we had royalty from many different countries. Riverway Ranch Camp is the name of the camp, and it was listed number 2 as the 50 most amazing camps in the United States. 74% of our children come back. We get almost 90% of our adult groups that come back. So we're divided, you know, the camp for 3 months. We do the burn camp for 1 week. We work with the Elise Rouge California Burn Foundation. When I first started with the Elise California Burn Foundation, it was a result of my being in the MGM fire.
At this point, smoke rising from the MGM could be seen for miles around. And firefighters were rushing toward the MGM from all over the Las Vegas area. Police requested assistance from all available helicopters to help in the evacuation.
My survivor's guilt that did not go away until I started bringing these burned kids over. So what I did for them really was for me. It made me feel better about myself. It made me feel there was a reason why I survived that. The book is called Raising the Whole Child, Gardens of Destiny. It takes adults that will nurture children like you would nurture a garden. If you don't nurture the garden, it turns to weeds and dies, no different than a child. And I've taken everything that I've learned and put it into that first book. And then the second book is a history book of Wonder Valley. It's called Wonder Valley Then and Now. And it includes all the previous owners. It includes the homesteaders that lived in this area. and goes all the way back to the days of the Indians, the Choinumi Indians. I've always had an interest in the political arena. I've always kept abreast of what was happening. So I did serve that one-year term and then 2 4-year terms and 2 terms as chairman of the board. And it was a tremendous experience. I was asked to start, and I was the first chairman and remained chairman of the San Joaquin Political Academy. The Chamber of Commerce wanted to raise the bar for people running for political office in Fresno County. I'm working with the Grizzlies. I've been working with them for 15 years. I chair their advisory board. I've always felt that the Leon S. Peters Award was probably the highest honor that somebody could get. So it was surprising to me. I was very surprised. Never thought that I would be considered to be with such a esteemed group of people. But I'm very honored.